Sports Video Group's Jason Dachman. We are at the IP Production Forum in Miami, Florida, and I'm with Joe Signorino of NEP. Joe, thanks so much for taking the time to join us. Really appreciate it, man.
You're welcome. It's good to be here.
So NEP, obviously the biggest name in the business when it comes to mobile production. You guys are always rolling out new trucks, always have shows going on. You just rolled out a new truck within the last couple months, and you have a very cool one coming up as well, just in North America. Tell me a little bit about those two new trucks.
Okay, well, M15 is the latest one that rolled out at the beginning of baseball season. It's a single truck designed to be able to support a B unit and some other outboard IP gear for tying into, say, home and away trucks, things like that. Pretty effortlessly.
Yeah,
messed
right.
that up. And it's a single, like I said, single unit. IP, but at this point has a reasonable amount of SDI gear still in the truck. And then the second one that we are rolling out at the end of September is SS8, and it is a similar platform, but it will be all IP connected gear.
A huge step forward. I mean, you guys have been in the IP business with an IP router and a IP-enabled switcher for a while, but this is the first time it's really more of a end-to-end as much as possible IP system, right?
Yeah, that's correct. The last this will be number 6 that rolls out at the end of September, and the first the first 5 of them have a reasonable amount of SDI gear still in them, just because that's what's available. And until NMOS and some of these things progress a little farther to make it easier to add this gear into the system, it's probably going to continue that way to some extent. But
so how can we expect the ecosystem to evolve then? I mean, you guys are originally IP was more about capacity, right? It was more about just saying the router's not big enough. I got to figure out how to make the router bigger. Now, as the pieces come along, are you seeing the ecosystem for IP mature to a point where it can be, more reliable, more end-to-end?
I think so. I think, like you said, originally it was scale. Now the scale has sort of, I don't know if backfired's the word, but now people got used to having that capacity in the system. So now you've taken it to a little bit different approach, that you're taking a smaller truck or a single truck system, but still adding a lot of capacity and flexibility to it. So that's probably one of the big things that's going to keep moving it along. And as the system, as IP itself keeps progressing, I think over the next 12 months we're going to see, a good progress in NMOS end of things. I'm sure we'll still be talking about it 12 months from now, but hopefully it's at least a little bit more on, how it's progressing and, software updates and things that need to happen, but it should start to simplify the integration of these systems.
We'll have to see, but we know there'll be a lot more advancement in the next 12 months. Joe, thank you so much for taking some time. Really appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
Stay tuned to sportsvideo.org for more news from the IP Production Forum in Miami.